Okay, do you think cultures are becoming alike? Okay, and is this a good thing or bad thing? Give some reason based on some factor improve communication. If you think it's more alike, for example, right now, English is becoming the most popular language around the world. This means not only, for example, in Taiwan, not only you speak Chinese, but you have to know how to communicate in English. So it's culture becoming alike. So do you think it's a good thing or bad thing? Okay, based on some reason. Okay, you can discuss with your roommates within 5 minutes. Okay, and let me know your answer. Okay. At this time, I will invite answer to answer. Answer, prepare your answer. And Francis, will you prepare to answer on behalf of the other? Okay. Who wants to answer first? Francis. To answer first.
Okay. I think it's somehow being more alike because of the technology. Like the internet is very convenient, so it's very easy to get in touch with foreign friends, foreign colleagues. Like for example, in Asian countries, most of the people they are now celebrating Christmas.
Yeah, very good example.
And some global franchise, they sell their own products, their cuisine in different countries. Like in America, in the European country, they also can have government.
Okay, very good. So do you think it's a good thing or bad?
Somehow good, somehow bad. Because
Why do you think it's bad?
like, well, just say some culture, they are not necessarily a good thing. Like, for my opinion,
Yes.
some poor people, they do drugs, and that is not a good thing to me.
Okay. So in general, it's a good thing, but not totally. Yeah, somehow it's the bad thing. Because for example, sometimes you forget your culture. Yeah. And very good example, you can find many Vietnamese, for example, about cuisine. You can find some Vietnamese restaurants or Chinese restaurants or Indonesian restaurants in Taiwan. So they not only serve for the Vietnamese people or Thailandese people, but right now Taiwanese people they also enjoy some food from Vietnam or from another country. Or another example, previously Christmas is a festival in the Western country, but right now it's become a festival for a lot of countries around the world, especially in the Asian country. Yeah. So it's the example of the culture as becoming alike. Okay, so how about your group?
So I want to focus on the food culture, because McDonald's is like the globalization, food enterprise, and some of the traditional food dishes because those kind of enterprise get into their culture, get into their country, and then some street food or more meaningful dishes this become destroyed.
In addition to fruit, we can find many other aspects. Answer.
I think it's bad thing.
It's a bad thing?
Yes, because I think we need to maintain unit, yeah, to increase tourism.
Okay, so I think it's a bad thing because you need to maintain your uniqueness, okay, to attract more tourism, to enhance the tourism industry. Yeah, because if the culture are becoming alike, you don't want to travel abroad, okay, travel to another country. Yes, good idea, and I respect it. Nora?
I think when culture become similar, it has positive and negative. Example about positive.
Positive aspect.
When you travel international, you can easy communicate, easy to business. But about
the positive aspect, okay, easy for you to communicate, and it's more easy. It's easier for you to do business when you enter to a new market.
About negative, I think it have a lot of culture, different language, custom. This makes the world so interesting. When culture become similar, I think the world is so boring.
Okay.
Yes, the people only want exploring everything.
Yeah, don't want to explore the new thing.
Yeah.
Yes, like Anthony mentioned before. Okay, very good. move to next part. We talk about some aspect related to culture when we do business. Okay, before I want to show you a video about the ratings. How visiting different in different countries around the world. Okay, it's very interesting video. Let's wait for a minute. Okay, you need to know about this.
With 196 countries in the world and a different greeting in almost all, it's worth learning a few if you like to travel. Being able to greet a local in their own language is a fantastic way to break the ice and earn their respect. But it's not only about the words. For some, it's about their customs or rituals, handshakes, kisses, hugs, bows, nods, fist bumps, and they all depend on the situation. Is it a more formal or casual setting? Of course, we cannot talk about greetings without mentioning the dreaded COVID-19 pandemic and how it changed the world's thinking on unnecessary physical contact. People, though mainly strangers, are less likely to bother with handshakes nowadays and accept more of a nod or gesture towards each other. And this seems to have been welcomed as the new normal, whereas pre-pandemic it would be considered rather rude if a business meeting did not kick off with handshakes or pats on the back all around. The Brits are quite famous for their awkward greetings, and not only when making new acquaintances, even within their own families. It's all about keeping a stiff upper lip and maintaining boundaries. So often a firm handshake or just a nice to meet you is enough. Although the younger generation are much more huggy-kissy types than ever before. In America, Canada, and Mexico, this is also the norm, where physical contact is an essential part of communication. Hugs and kisses are a way of showing affection, warmth, appreciation, or congratulations, especially if there has been a significant length of time between meetings. In most European countries, a kiss, or two, or sometimes even three, on the cheek is the norm, regardless of familiarity. On the other side of the world, most Asian countries are known for their formal greetings, a handshake, a nod, or a bow, and in most company meetings, a very specific way of exchanging and handling a business card. The angle and duration of a bow is meaningful, depending on social status and the relationship between two people. And hugs are almost unheard of in Japan, especially amongst family members, where they are viewed as highly inappropriate. Don't even go there with a kiss. In India, within the Hindu community, the most common greeting involves joining the hands in front of the chest and bowing the head slightly, whilst reciting Namaste, literally greetings to you. This is also common in Thailand and is a polite and respectful way to greet, though there are many variations in India, some which involve touching the feet of elders or those in authority to show respect. In a similar gesture, Filipinos take the hands of their elders and press it to their foreheads as a show of respect upon meeting. Possibly the most unique greeting award goes to Tibetans, who stick their tongue out to greet people. In conclusion, it is impossible to learn all the languages of the world. So next time you're thinking of traveling or meeting someone from a different background.
Okay, so this is something about reading. So, right now, move to group based on your countries. Okay, city group of country. Maybe you need to sit with And let me know how important are these things when doing business in your country. One part of the class. Okay, we do this quickly because we have many parts to do. Oh my God, 1 hour. Try to answer this only. Try to answer this so quickly because we have another part to do. First, how important are these things when doing business in your country? Important, not important, or best avoided. This is best avoided we must not do. So I want exchanging business card, important or not? In your country? Yes. How about? Yes. In India? Yes. Thailand? Exchanging the business card, is it important or not important in your country? When doing business? Not important. Okay, so how about you now? Yes. Shaking hand. Shaking hand. Yes. Not really. Not really. In India? Okay, not because another way of greeting. How about you? No. So this. Yes. Yes, very important in Vietnam. Bowing. No. No, bowing is not. Bowing is. I think it's important in Japan. How about you? No. No. No, in Taiwan it's important, right? Yeah, I don't see Taiwanese people who bow. Yes. Kissing. No. Kissing. It is best avoided. Best avoided for Asia country. Kissing is best avoided, right? When doing business, we can learn some meaning behind kissing. Yes.
Depending on which area of the world you're visiting, their views on smooching may be completely different from what you're used to. We're about to take you on a trip around the globe and show you what kissing looks like in different countries. Stay tuned because you won't want to miss it. If this is your first time visiting our channel, don't forget to subscribe and please give this video a big thumbs up. Today we'll be showing you ways kissing is different around the world. Poland. There are various ways Polish people show affection towards each other, and kissing is a very big part of their culture. When greeting friends and other people they're familiar with, the Poles will give a kiss on each cheek. But they don't just kiss once or twice, they kiss 3 times in total. The triple kiss is very customary among the younger generation, but for the older community, they prefer to stick to the traditional way of greeting the ones they love. The old-fashioned way is for a Polish man to walk up to a woman, gently grab her hand, and plant a nice little kiss on it. Doesn't that sound so romantic? Well, it's not really a flirty or romantic gesture at all. It's just a polite way for them to say hello. Visitors to this area who aren't used to greeting people with 3 pecks on the cheek or a kiss on the hand might find this tradition to be a bit odd, but it's just the Polish way of life. When venturing into another country, it's always best to read up on the social, cultural, and the history of the area so you're aware of their greeting customs. You don't want to run the chance of offending someone in Poland. Can you imagine if you accidentally gave someone 2 kisses instead of 3? Talk about awkward. Iraq. Visitors to this Arab country are very shocked when they learn about the kissing customs in Iraq. In this country, a hug followed by a double kiss on both cheeks or on the top of the forehead is normal. But many people are surprised to learn that this kissing custom is also done between complete strangers. When an Iraqi person arrives at a group event, they greet everyone in the room with a kiss. Women greet other women with a kiss. Women greet men with a kiss. And men also greet other men with a kiss. When it's time to leave, they don't just wave goodbye as they make their exit. They go back around the whole room and give each and every person another kiss goodbye. Sounds like a pretty lengthy process, don't you think? Depending on how many people are in the room, your departure may take much longer than expected. Those who refuse to give out pecks on the cheek are considered rude, so it's always best to remain respectful and pucker up when visiting this area. For those who aren't comfortable kissing strangers, the Iraqi people will also accept a gentle palm laid on their shoulder. Basically, this is a very touchy-feely group of people, and they consider physical contact to be a very respectable way to show devotion and equality amongst each other. Egypt. Poland isn't the only place where people do the triple kiss. It's actually done in Egypt too, but passionate public kissing between men and women is strictly prohibited. Although the movies shown in Egyptian theaters commonly show kissing between male and female actors, the actual act of kissing is still looked down upon in real life. Couples have been known to be harassed if they are showing affection in public, and sharing a kiss with a lover is actually considered a crime. You can end up with a huge fine or even get thrown into prison. The social moral code makes kissing so taboo because Egyptians related to an intimate act that should only be done in private. And get this, most Egyptian couples don't even kiss each other at their wedding ceremony. So how do they show affection? Well, they don't. Kissing is met with such strong criticism that Egyptians avoid it at all costs. But men are allowed to show affection for each other if they like. It's not common to see two men have close physical interactions while out and about in public. We're not sure if Egyptians will ever relax their social rules and allow couples to lock lips in public. Do you think this social law in Egypt is way too strict, or do you think kissing rules should be universal? Japan. The people in Japan are also very private when it comes to showing affection. Kissing in public has never been a popular tradition, and we doubt that will ever change. Physical affection just isn't the norm here at all, but the Japanese still found a way to greet each other that doesn't involve their lips or any part of their body at all. When men and women greet each other in public, they say hello by bowing. Bowing is actually preferred over a hug or a casual handshake. The bow might range from a very small and subtle nod to a deeper and longer bow as a sign of respect. Bowing is also used to say thank you, to make a request, to ask for a favor, and to apologize to someone you've hurt. But there are a few exceptions to the rule. The Japanese don't expect visitors to bow, but they're always surprised and impressed when someone is aware of their customs. Also, when out and about in public places or entering into a restaurant, bowing isn't required. Normally, the customer is welcomed with a traditional Japanese greeting, and they can acknowledge it by simply nodding their head in return. So, if you plan on visiting Japan, keep your lips to yourself and bow instead. Friends. There are so many different ways the French express themselves through public displays of affection. But to start, we're going to begin with the most cordial and innocent kind of smooch. The casual kiss is done between friends and acquaintances. They kiss each cheek twice while greeting each other and saying hello. But their lips don't actually come in contact with their friend's cheek. They press their cheeks against each other and give an air kiss while making a light kissing sound. Mwah, mwah. Sort of like that. And yes, in case you're wondering, the kissing noise is required. The greeting is often called de la bise, and it literally means to kiss in English. And then there's the French kiss. This type of deep, passionate smooch is recognized all over the world, especially in America. Although Americans have been referring to this style of wet, sloppy kisses for decades, it took the French some time to actually recognize it. In the 2014 edition of the Petit Robert Dictionary, the word galocher, also known as the French kiss, was finally entered into the French language. As for the definition, it was described as kissing with tongues, of course. Oh la la! Which of these ways of kissing around the world is your favorite? Don't forget to leave your answers down below in the comment section.
Okay.
Thank you for watching this.
Some useful knowledge for you. Next, punctuality. Is it important in doing business in Taiwan? Punctuality. Yes. Yes. How about India? Yes. Thailand? Punctuality is on time. You know? Yes. Yes. Really?
Really quiet.
Okay, related to punctuality, I want to introduce you some question about punctuality. It's been on time. In South Korea, they put a lot of value in punctuality, and view being late as a sign of disrespect. So when you work with the Korean people, you need to be on time. Japan, okay? If a train arrives more than 1 minute after its scheduled to, is it considered late? So the Japanese, they are very strict about the time. Okay? If the train, for example, if you are late for a meeting 1 minute, you can be considered late. Germany. Thanks to an industrial park in Germany, you are expected to arrive at least 10 minutes before the meeting time. Okay, for example, if the meeting is 1 p.m., so you should arrive at 12:50. But in China, it's not considered being late if you arrive within minutes of the average time. This means you can be late within 10 minutes. Yeah. Brazil. When making a social appointment, you are not required to be there on time unless the phrase English time is used, which means you have to be punctual. And Nigeria, if a meeting is scheduled at 1 p.m., that means the meeting will start any time between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. Okay? If you, remember this later if you work with some people from Nigeria. Okay, 1 p.m. is mean the meeting can be held at 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. Malaysia, I mean this equal to 60 minutes. So saying you will be 5 minutes late usually mean an hour late. Okay, I will be 5 minutes late, so you will come after 1 hour. Okay? And being late is accepted norm. That does not require an apology in Malaysia. Mexico, it's not uncommon for people to turn up half an hour late for a scheduled meeting, even you should be there earlier. Okay, India, I'm not sure it's correct. Punctuality is not seen as a virtue in India. People appreciate it, but it's not being reciprocated. Is it not really important? That's true? Okay. Yes, back to humor. Number 6, humor. Is it important when you do business in your country? Humor is mean not important? So is it important in your country? If yes, please let me know. Humor.
Yes. We usually have some small talk before the meeting, like that. So it's the time for humor, but not for the humor. We talking about the business.
Okay. Eye contact. Yeah, I think yes. It's yes for Asian country. Socializing with contact. It's been after a meeting you ask about, for example, Facebook or Line address or Instagram. Yeah. Is it important when doing business or should be avoided? On the business track, not necessary to ask for the social contact. Yeah, I think in Taiwan they respect the personal information, so I think it's not popular to ask about social contact after the meeting.
But maybe in some traditional industry, they will grab a drink or something like that.
After what? Yeah. But it's not really popular, right? Depends. Younger generation, they are more open to this. Yeah, okay. So in your country? Not really important. India? Okay. Not important. India? No? Socializing with? Not important.
It's personal. It's personal. I think this can be two different generations, right?
Yeah.
The mentors, they don't necessarily social media platform technology for the younger.
Okay, small talk before meeting. Yes, of course, in Vietnam, small talk before the meeting is very important. How about your country? Yes. No. Small talk before meeting is good. If you have a meeting at 1 p.m., you may come earlier and you talk. Yes. Okay. Yeah. How about in Taiwan? Small talk before meeting. Not really. Okay. Number 10 is word for giving gift. Gift giving. Is it important when you do business? Gift giving. The answer must be yes in Vietnam. When you do business, gift giving is important. Why did this one? Of course, it's yeah. Please don't think it's negative. Think it's not positive side. It's small gift to show your appreciations to the partner. Depending on the location. Occasions. Yeah. But is it should be avoided? No. Okay. So in how about India? So is this popular in your country? Did they go to the business? Yes. Oh. Okay. In the NASA. How about in your country? Oh, yeah. So you can see the difference about the culture. Yeah, in the international English must be about it. That's about it because any time it should be avoided. Oh, bribery. Okay, it can be considered a bribery. Oh, in Taiwan, it's very common. Yeah. That's I think it's small. No.
The most common is the fruits.
Oh. Okay, got it. Being direct, I don't think it's important in Asian country. Being direct. Okay, related to this, I want to introduce some key concepts. We have two key concepts related to culture: high context and low context culture. You should understand about the difference between high context culture and low context culture. For the high context culture, communication style, you should be indirect. But for the low context, direct. Example of the country for the high context is Japan, China, or Korea is an Asian country. And for the low context, it means USA and also European country. So in general, when you do business, okay, and you want to communicate, for the low context culture, they say directly the problem, but high context culture indirect. And business communications for the high context culture, formal and polite. And sometimes people don't say exactly what they mean. And you need to look beyond the actual words and guess the meaning behind it. But for the low context culture, clear and straightforward to the point. Related to this, I have a story with my advisor, Professor Helena. You know, her culture is a Western because she lived in Austria for a long time. Yeah, so when the first time I communicate with her, I don't understand about her culture because I think she's Asian people. Yeah, but she said after that. So at the first meeting, we have some misunderstanding about each other. But she told me, okay, although she lives in Taiwan, but her culture is Western culture. So she wants everything should be direct. And if she say one, it means one. Two, it means two. And after we confirm information, no change can be made. It's different from the Asian culture. Yeah. So be careful when you work with a partner from the Western culture. Yes. Some example. In the high context, for example, Japan. A Japanese manager may say, that might be difficult. But it means, no, we cannot do that. Okay, so they don't say directly, indirectly. That may be difficult, but this means no, we cannot do that. But for the low context culture, a manager may say, no, that's not possible at this time. This means not possible, directly. Okay? Read between the lines. Read between the lines means you sometimes they don't say directly or exactly what they want to say, and you need to guess. For example, the manager said it could be better if this report were done sooner. But her meaning, you should finish it quickly. Okay, this may say, okay, it could be better if this report were done sooner. It should be better if you can improve your communication. This means, okay, your communication is bad. Yeah, but they don't say directly. Okay, I'm fine, but the face is sad. This means I'm not fine. How do you feel? I'm fine, but really not fine. And we have individualism and collectivism. And individualism, they focus on personal goal, I. But collectivism, we, is focused on group. And for individualism, is most of European countries, USA and also Australia, individualism, different from the Asian country, collectivism. And in the communication style, individual, they go directly and self-expressive. But in Asian country, indirect and focus on group. For example, an employee with individualism, they may say, I achieved this project's goal. They use I because he or she is a person to achieve this. But for the collectivist culture, our team work hard together to complete the project. They focus on team or group. Giving feedback, individualistic. Your presentation lacks structure. Next time, try using clearly bullet point and visual. It's been so direct. And sometimes they can make the partner feel bad about this. But collectivistic, maybe you can find another way to make it not seriously. The recitation has some strong point, maybe can we work together to improve the structure for next time. So I face it frequently. You know, when I do research, and my research will be sent out for the review. And sometimes I receive the review report from the scholar who are individual research. They use very impolite words. I feel painful to read your research. Your research has no meaning. Okay, they use very impolite words directly, and they don't think about the feeling of the reader. But for the people who collectivistic, is some polite feedback. Yeah, it's the kind of culture. What's time? Okay, 20-minute break.